Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be doing my November favourites for you. Like every month I always think there's hardly anything, and then when I go rummaging to see what I've been using the most I realise there's a bit more than I thought. I'm going to start off with a brush. This is the Primark oval brush. I'd never used one of these before and I think this was £1.50 or £2, so I thought I would try one. I really like the way that it makes my foundation look. I think most of Primark's brushes are like the normal ones are rubbish, but this one is really nice and dense. My only complaint is that it's really small, so it takes me much longer to do my foundation than I would like. I know that Makeup Revolutions has some of these for quite cheap, so I might try a bigger foundation one. I definitely can't afford any of the fancy brands that make these. Apart from being small, my only other complaint is that it's quite flexible, which I guess is good, but this one feels like it might break. But yeah, that is my first favourite. I'm not doing these in any particular order. My next favourite is this deodorant. It's by Tisserand Rose, 24-hour protection, and it is rose. I love anything rose. This is like Turkish delight in my armpits. I love it. But this is a like natural kind of deodorant, and I've been looking for one of those for quite a while. This one, made in the UK, free from parabens and aluminium. A blend of essential oils to provide all day freshness. Rose, geranium and clary sage. And I really like it. I got this in Home Sense, which is basically TK Maxx, and it was £2.99 there, and it says that it should have been £5.75. I'm not sure about that, but I really like the way this smells. Another favourite has been this lip balm from Beauticology, and it's the frosted cranberry one. I had this in a Christmas set last year as a present, and I kind of forgot about it really. Yeah, it just smells fruity, but what I really like about this is that it's really thick and it stays on, so this is what I've been using at night time. I can't say that it stays on all night, but certainly like it stays on for quite a good few hours because it is so thick. It also tingles slightly. I've been liking this to moisturise my poor dry winter lips. I've been rooting through my collection to find like older things to use, and this has been one of those finds. It is the MAC Shadow in Omega, and I've been using this for my contour quite a few days and also for my eyebrows. That is why I bought it as a multi-use product. I never ever use this as an eyeshadow, but I have been enjoying getting this out again. It does like form a film quite quickly though, so I just use a spoolie to break the top down. In my last favourites I showed this Shiro cream highlighter in Verdant, and it's a green, and I'm still really liking this. But this month I got the Makeup Revolution Ultra Strobe Balm palette. I think it was £8, and it's 8 highlighter shades. I think 3 of them are sort of regular highlighters and the remaining 5 are duochrome. So this is amazing. I definitely prefer the texture of this one. This feels a lot more dry. I've been using it after I've powdered, and it doesn't break up the makeup underneath like some things do, but it does tug a little bit, as you kind of would expect over powder. But yeah, it's quite dry feeling, I guess. I'll just show you a few of them on my hand. That's the blue one, the pink one, and the yellowy gold one. I'd say there's only 2 in here that are a bit too dark for me, and that's these 2 end ones, which aren't duochrome, and they're actually quite similar. But I will find a use for them if it's just to like use on my lids to stick pigment down. But yeah, I've been using this most days, and I've gotten on with all but those 2 colours. I've got quite a few powder highlighters to show you. The first one I have definitely shown before, and that is Looxi Pandora, which I've just got in this old Topshop one. It is what I have on today, and I love it. Sometimes it looks pink, whereas today I think it looks kind of blue in person. Yeah, this is when I want a really high shine, this is one of my go-tos. But I want to show you some new ones I've got, just because I think they deserve to be seen. They are from Phees makeup shop. I think she's Phees Makeup Tips on Instagram, and that's what her blog is called. She makes eyeshadows and highlighters, and I've recently got her Luxe highlighters. This one is Buzz. I'll show you all three. So that's Buzz, that one is Gloaming, and this one is possibly my favourite, is Glo Up. So I know there's a lot of shine to be looking at there. I used one of her eyeshadows in my look today as the inner corner shade, and that is her Luxe eyeshadow in Moonstone, and there's no point swatching that, you can see it there. My eye look today will probably be the next video I upload, so if you want to see how I did this, it should be out in a few days. If you've watched a few of my favourites, you will notice that most of my favourites are very like metallic or shiny things, because I'm a bit of a magpie, and the next item is no exception. It is the Urban Decay Liquid Moondust in Recharged. I love this. It's kind of like a liquid version of the Topshop Shuffle the Cards shadow, and I will show you. It is really beautiful. I just could look at that in the viewfinder all day, or in person. This is the only one of the Liquid Moondust I have so far, and I am considering a few of the others, maybe when the Debenhams Beauty card has like extra points or something like that. But yeah, it is so pretty. I have quite a few. I've got the Moondust palette, and I really like all the shades in that, and then I have, I think, just a Zodiac on its own, and I highly recommend their Moondust shadows and liquid ones if you like anything duochrome and sparkly. I should have maybe mentioned this earlier, and it is my favourite brush for highlighting at the moment. I can't remember if I've mentioned it before, but I like it so much and I'm using it every day, so it does deserve a mention, and that is the My Kit Co 1.7. It's quite small for a highlighter brush, or at least compared to most of the other ones I use. It is definitely smaller than the Real Techniques blending brush, which is what I quite often use for highlighter, but it is perfect. I don't use it actually on its side, I tend to use the end of it and buff it in a little bit, but I love this. It is also small enough for me to do here, where I quite often do, and my nose when I'm wanting to do that. Yeah, I absolutely love this. My Kit Co seem to have sales and offers fairly frequently, so I would keep your eye out and not get it full price, maybe. The final makeup favourite, well, favourites are from the brand Hello Waffle. I made my first purchase from them probably about a month ago, or maybe they arrived about a month ago, and they're an indie brand, I think, from Canada. So I have two things to show you. The first one is Call Me Ishmeow, and I've been using this as my inner corner frequently since I got it. It is very sparkly. I've been using it on top of one of the Kiko like cream eyeshadows on my inner corner just to make it look even brighter, and oh, I've swatched it there but I don't know if you can see. Yeah. So I've been really liking that one for the inner corner, and then I also got all of their Fringe collection. I've just finished watching Fringe, the series, with some friends for the second time, and so when I saw that they had some Fringe shadows I had to get them all, but my favourite from that Fringe collection is Timeline, and I got the full size. It's this really deep sort of metallic petrol blue, and I flippin' love petrol blue. So I definitely want to use it a bit more for like main colour shadows. I tend to not use them repeatedly just because I want my look to be different every day, but I am definitely looking forwards to doing more looks with this one. What I really love about indie brands, well no, there's lots of things I really love about indie brands, but I love when they do sample sizes, and not all do, but when I make an indie order, especially if it's from them for the first time, I just want as many shadows as I can afford to get, and I'll never go through a full size, so samples are like the way to go for me, but this one wasn't available in sample because I think it was sold out or something like that. But yeah, so I really appreciate being able to get the sample sizes because they will last me ages and ages and ages. I'll probably never even finish a sample size, but you know, I'd much rather be able to buy 20 samples than 3 or 4 full sizes, because I want to get the gist of, and like an overall view of the brand. So yeah, just wanted to mention that. A few non-beauty favourites this month. I had never watched the Gilmore Girls before, and everybody's watching it because now it's on Netflix. So in the last month and a half maybe, I have watched all of them. I actually finished the original series last night and have just started the new one. There were tears, many tears. I'm not generally into girly programmes, or what I see as girly programmes, but yeah, I really like the way they talk to each other, and some of the characters like Kirk are just amazing. My favourite film that I've seen in the cinema this month was definitely Arrival, the one with Amy Adams and aliens. That was wonderful. I can't really say anything about it because I don't want to spoil it, but yeah, it was definitely one of the favourite films I've seen this year, I think. I really like the story and it's just filmed really beautifully. Yeah, it's just a pleasure to watch. Sorry about the fading light. What can you do? It's December. I'll see you next time. Bye.